Hi everybody, David here from Cinema Scout Reviews, and I'm here to talk to you today about the live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. Now, for those of you who don't remember it, How to Train Your Dragon is based off a series of books and was turned into an animated feature around about 2010, I think it was. One of my favourite animated films, just a magical film experience when you watch it for the first time. So I had big high hopes going into this one, very much like I did with Lilo and Stitch, which I also did recently. Check that video out if you haven't already. But yeah, again, very similar to that. I was very worried about how they were going to present the main character, which for me is Toothless. And in Lilo and Stitch, it was Stitch. I wanted to make sure that the animation was going to be done right, because if it's not done right, then it can completely ruin everything in a film like this. So yeah, it was very important for me that was the case, and I'm happy to report that it's really stood up well, and the animation team have done a fantastic job with the CGI here. All of the dragons look absolutely incredible and look very similar to what the original ones did in the animated film, which is absolutely brilliant. The live action cast are great as well. You've got Mason Thames, yeah, I think it's his name, plays Hiccup. So I think some people it'll be an improvement, because I know that not everyone enjoyed Jay Baruchel's voice. I personally never had a problem with it, but yeah, does the role really well, plays it brilliantly, and they've managed to get the weird Hiccup emo-y kind of hair going on and stuff, and they've kept his outfit to look exactly as Hiccup's did in the original, which is absolutely brilliant. And then you had Nico Parker, who played Astrid in this. So there was a bit of controversy ahead of time of this coming out with her being cast because she wasn't blonde. Personally, I didn't really want to make a judgment call ahead of watching it myself, and having watched it, it's really not a big deal. Like, if you take out to the fact that she's not blonde, she plays the role absolutely brilliantly, and yeah, I think the casting in general just absolutely spot on. You got obviously Gerard Butler returning, and you got Nick Frost coming in as Gobbler. Yeah, absolute brilliant cast. Everyone was amazing, and the whole overall experience is exactly what I wanted from a live action remake of this. They did take some liberties, so with it being a live action, they obviously tried to kind of drag it out a little bit to make it a bit more of a feature length film. So what they do, they add a few little extra bits that I don't remember from the animated film. I've watched that quite recently, so I feel like they have added little extra bits here and there just to try and pad it out a little bit and make it a bit longer for the cinematic release. But overall, I don't think it really took away from it. The one thing I will say though is, having watched the animated original and watched this, is it didn't feel quite as magical and like mystical, if that makes sense. Like, when you watch the animated version for the first time, I found that it was just an amazing, whole different world, and you're really drawn into it. Whereas with this one, even though it's supposed to look more realistic, I didn't really get that feeling. Maybe because it's more realistic, whereas you can kind of lose yourself a bit more in an animated world. I don't know, but personally for me, the magic wasn't quite the same. But that does not take away from the fact that it was a really very enjoyable film. I think it's doing very well in the box office. I fully expect to see the sequels being greenlit. So there's 2 more How to Train Your Dragon films. I'd be very surprised if we don't see How to Train Your Dragon 2 greenlit shortly, just based off how well this seems to be doing. So yeah, I would recommend this. It's a very good family-friendly film, especially if you've enjoyed the first one. You'll absolutely love this one. What would I rate this out of 10? I mean, the original is one of my favourite animated films. I'd probably give that like a 9 out of 10. It's right up there. It's just amazingly done, and like all of the work and love that went into that film, and you can see how they've tried to replicate it. But as I said before, the magic just isn't quite there, so I can't really give it the same rating. So I think it's probably going to get like an 8 out of 10 for me on this one. I would highly recommend seeing it, especially in the cinema, because I think you'll get more out of the visuals of the scenery and the CGI and stuff in a cinema environment. So definitely go check this out if you can, whilst it's in the cinema. But also, I think it'll also look great at home on your HD TV or 4K TV as it is now. Yeah, I just recommend watching this film. There's been a lot of shoddy live action remakes recently. A lot of good ones as well, don't get me wrong. Lilo and Stitch was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I think as as live action remakes go, this is one of the top tier ones, and I highly recommend going to see it if you can. So, yeah, 8 out of 10. Go watch it. I'm David. Thanks for watching.